Hello, 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 folks. How are we doing today? Oh, my word. We're here bright and early. I say bright, we're actually late, technically. Well, we're late because I've been behind all day today. Today has been not a good day in Work the Space HQ. I got my hair cut. That was a good thing. Ticked off in the good column. Got tomorrow's YouTube video sorted and a bonus video for tomorrow sorted. Give that a tick. I also slept for 3 hours last night. So the whole sleeping thing, just put a cross on that one. Yeah, my insomnia was kicking my butt last night, chat. I went to bed around 1 and I literally laid in bed until 4:30 in the morning. And at 4:30, I decided I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm going to get out of bed and be productive. So for 2 hours, I just did YouTube and worky stuff. And then I went back to bed and slept for 3 hours and then just woke up. So I'll be honest, I'm not sure how long we're going to be streaming for today. We're going to just see how long I'm feeling it for. It probably won't be the longest stream in the world. Just because I don't even know if I'm tired. I just don't quite feel right. Did I take a nap? I haven't had time to take a nap. I haven't really felt like taking a nap today either. I suppose because I went to bed in the end at like... What time did I go? I went to bed at like 7 a.m. and woke up at 10 a.m. I woke up a bit later than usual anyway. My body's a bit all over the place. It's not very fun. But hey, we'll make do. Billy, mates, thank you so much for the 22 months. Just says, yeah! I can't do the yeah the same. And also, Chilton Outlaw, dude, thank you so much for the 3 months. Gonna go and catch up on the VODs, but I've been on holiday. Looking forward to it. Hey, good stuff, dude. You got plenty to catch up on. Yeah, I don't know if it's to do with, like, me having had the Rona. Like, I haven't really noticed anything. Maybe a bit of brain fog, but it's like insomnia. I've had insomnia at different points in my life. I've probably not had a sleep as bad as last night in about 5 years, though. It was pretty bad last night. So that wasn't very fun. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's weird, right, chat? Like, I've had insomnia before when I've been mega stressed and worrying about stuff. It wasn't even that. It was less a psychological thing and more just a biological thing where my body just didn't want to sleep last night. Weird stuff. Adric, thank you so much for gifting us up to T6 Soul. That is incredibly generous of you. Adric, this is going to be a really weird question. Did we once play FIFA like 7 years ago? I feel like I played FIFA with an Atrix 7 years ago. Like years and years. It might have been longer than 7 years ago. Oh, it was you. Okay. Well, thank you for being around so long and being part of the community. Total Mug, thank you for subbing for 14 months. Let's play some Football Manager, shall we? Let's play some Football Manager. So, what's the plan for today? Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We are in the off-season. I need to sort out the staff. I find staff really boring to sort in Football Manager. Does anyone else feel like that? Let's ask for more coaches, more scout. We'll just ask for more of everything to start the kind of staff stuff. Let me have more of everything. Have a technical director. That'd be nice. Will I even use a technical director? Probably not. We have got a spot for a head of sports science. Are any of our staff actually currently on contracts? I think everyone might be on month to month. Okay, our head of youth development is on a full contract. In the medical team, the physio is on a part-time contract for 1 more year, but we could replace her. And then scouting team are mostly on month to month. Apparently we've got 2 scouts. I think these were actually quite good scouts that we sorted. I might try and extend their contracts for as long as we can, just to lock them in for longer. I realise that with these staff, actually, this guy's not quite as good. I feel like the standard of staff that we can attract might have gone up slightly. So we're going to have to sort this out today. Ferret! I have far too much fun saying your name every month. Thank you so much for the 17 months of me enjoying saying your name. I hope you're doing amazing. Just finished off a Finland builder nation with FC Honka. Won back-to-back Champions Leagues. Hey, nice. Oh, and you're managing now in Iceland. Going to do it again. That's decent. Was the pizza good? The pizza was good. I had a Pizza Express Americana, like frozen pizza. It was a good pizza. I didn't like ordering. The Pizza Express pizzas, they're quite dear in terms of price, but the quality's nice on them. And the medium-sized ones are quite good for one person. Like, when you live on your own, a lot of pizzas are just a bit too big for, like, one person, and they're quite unhealthy. Whereas, like, the Pizza Express medium-sized pizzas, it's like 600 to 700 calories normally for, like, the whole pizza, which is basically what you want from your main meal of the day, there or thereabouts. So it works quite nicely. What is an Americana? It's like a pepperoni. In 8 years of playing FM, I've never managed outside of Japan. What time is it for you at the moment, Azami Nene? It must be the middle of the night in Japan, right? Like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? I hope you've slept a little bit. Pizza Express restaurant pizza is bottom tier, IMO. I don't know if it's bottom tier. I think it's more proper pizza than other stuff, but I'd rather just go to a proper pizzeria. Are you play FIFA? Me no play FIFA. I'm afraid to say. Farcel be hairy. I'm afraid to say this is a football manager residency. Managed to do a bigger bolt than you. Point behind with 7 games to go. Finish 5th. That's not great, is it, Gemini? Would pizza be your favourite food or something else? We chatted about this yesterday on stream. I reckon pizza's my favourite. How did the European games go yesterday? Do we have to talk about it? So if you missed yesterday's stream, we got knocked out in extra time against Mines. Now, I'll be honest, they absolutely battered us, but we gave them a good little game. We lost in the end 4-3 on aggregate. So sadly for us, we're not in any kind of group stages. We've kind of got a quieter off-season. On the plus side, we won the league unbeaten. We nearly got the 100% record. And we've kind of set ourselves up nicely, I feel like, for just kind of continuing the progression that we're on. Adric, thank you so much for resubbing. Only sub 5 months, feels bad, eh? Don't worry about it. I appreciate all the support. FIFA isn't that terrible. I feel like there's this weird thing in Football Manager where people who play Football Manager are like, haha, FIFA, child game. No. They can both be enjoyable in their own way. You're allowed to have a preference for one over the other, but I don't get this. There's a weird Football Manager elitism. And it happens on the internet quite a lot, where it's just like, you know, FIFA is for the peasants. I'm an intellectual who plays football. I hate to burst your bubble. You play Football Manager, you're still not an intellectual. I hate to ruin it for you. When is the coefficient update? In the summer, sadly, after the competitions finish. Am I streaming tomorrow? I will not be streaming tomorrow, gang. So, of course, there's no network game this week, so that's why we're live streaming this now. There was just other stuff going on, which meant people weren't available. And tomorrow, it's my granny's birthday. So I've got a weekend visiting my granny and wishing her happy birthday. So it's Granny the Spaces. I think it's her 85th. She's getting on a little bit. She won't mind me saying that. Last time I was with her, we drove past a cemetery and she's like, oh, I'll be there soon. I'm thinking, bloody hell. She has a very morbid sense of humour. Right, I need to sort out staff. And also coaches. Have we got 5 more coaches than we're meant to have? Is that what that's saying? I think we've got more coaches than we're really meant to have here. Which might make it difficult to replace coaches, because I think I'll have to fire all the coaching staff first. Which might not even be a good decision. I'll tell you what we'll do first and foremost. We're going to sort out the scouting situation because we've got 2 scouts on full-time deals who are, I think they're okay. Like, they're not amazing scouts, but in terms of Icelandic scouts, they're not too bad. I think this guy, Magnus Werner Forsteinsen, is probably going to be on his way out. So let's go find some scouts, shall we? That is first on the Work the Space staff shopping list. Also, is it just me or is it weird that there's no attribute masking for staff? Gabby Ruiz, he is very good. I bet we can't afford him. He wants £2,000. I can only offer Scouts £200. We might have to lower our expectations slightly on the staff front here. Why are they all asking for £2,000? I don't have that kind of money. Hey, Sharpan, we lost in the final qualifying round of the Conference League to get to the group stage. I couldn't ask for... Did I ask for more coaches? I feel like I didn't have the option. Hey, Jack. I'm 2 streams behind on this stage. Just want to say hi before I go back to a recent broadcast. Hey, I appreciate it. So the issue we're going to have improving the scouting team is the fact that all the scouts that actually would improve our team want, like, thousands of pounds. And the most I can actually offer people to come and be scouts for us is, like, £200. Like, is the realistic filter even on? Apparently the realistic filter's on, but obviously they all just have mental demands. Oh, okay. Okay. This bloke's a good egg. Mr. Paul Montgomery, look at him, 68 years old. He's very good for £100 a week. We'll take that. Hey, the Sai, thank you for some with the Prime for 11 months, almost a year. That is mad. I appreciate you. And the Scottish Gamer coming in with the tier 1 as well for 26 months. 26. All these scouts want way too much except Paul. Love Paul. I'd kind of like to get in younger staff that could actually improve over time. I feel like we're going to be flicking through a lot of scouts here to find the ones that are actually worth getting in. Carl will come for cheap. We are not having Carl be one of our scouts, chat. I'm not doing it. He was a rubbish scout. I'm wondering why the wages are so low for us. Like, I don't think they've changed since we came to the club. We already looked at that guy. Vincente. See, like, why does he want £50? I'm not going to question it. I'm going to give him it. Vincente. Did he? I feel like I've signed him in other save games, actually. He's just a good scout to get. Hey, Elite BC, thank you so much for the 3 months. And Holigan. Or is it Hooligan? Spelt with 1 O. We'll never know. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate you guys. I feel like Vincente always pops up as a scout, right? Okay, so that is 2 scouts for us. We can get in a new physio as well. So let's look at what physios we can get in. So many of our staff are on month-to-month contracts, so we can just terminate their contracts for free. I'm a bit worried we're going to end up in the same situation when it comes to the demands of physios. I think we are. I think this is going to be a case of flicking through them all until one asks for £100 randomly. Oh, this is long, innit? This is long. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we found one. David Hunt. It's a good job his name's not Mike. So, our head physio's on a month-to-month as well. Okay, in that case, let's get another physio to be the head physio. Peter wants too much. John. Oh, John. Like John. I do English stuff. Is that just because I'm English? Oh, yo! Owen! Mate, coming in with the 10 gifted. Thank you, dude. That is mad. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Are you working tonight? I know you've been struggling to catch streams because of work and stuff. That's incredibly generous of you. I want to put the Julian Brandt in again. Julian Brandt! Yeah! Oh, it's like music to my ears. I feel like the staff at some clubs, like at this kind of level, are just a bit... I don't want to say they're broken, but they're kind of just a bit nonsensical. All right, let's look for a new sports scientist as well while we're here. Sports scientist. I can do science, me. Tom wants £2,000. Please, David, be reasonable. Oh, David. I wonder why there is such a big discrepancy in the demands of these staff. It's really weird. Oh, you're off tonight. Happy days. Oh, you're keeping up on work extra space. There was 2 VODs that have gone up in 2 days. I've still got, I think, another 3 VODs to go up, including today's. I'm hoping to get them sorted over the weekend. But I've had such a crazy day today, and like my sleeping issues and stuff have just meant I'm a bit behind on that stuff. Right. So we've got a sports scientist. Did I sign the guy as a head of sports science chat or a regular sports scientist? I can't remember. Okay, a regular one. So we can still get a head. Peter, do you want to be a head of sports science? It's like being a head of house or head of department. You've been voted in. You've been picked. What does a sports scientist do? A lot of their stuff revolves around player recovery time and also conditioning. Hey, Mr. Wednesday, how's it going? Chat, have you guys seen that Big Brother's coming back? Have people seen this? Do people know what Big Brother is? Reality TV show? It's kind of like the first, at least in UK, like mainstream reality TV show. I used to love watching it growing up. And it's come back, and there's part of me that's like, I should totally apply to go on it. I don't know if I'd be good on it or not. Well, no, actually, I think I'd annoy a lot of people, and it would probably be quite entertaining to be locked in a house with me for extended periods. But yeah, it's 6 weeks, normal people, and it starts next year sometime. I don't know. I feel like I'd be pretty funny. He says. Not sure if you're allowed to back yourself like that. Right, let's get in a director of football. I make spreadsheets fun. What did I just look at needing? Director of football. I don't really use my director of footballs, but we might as well get a good one, right? Tony Khan. Strong name, Tony. Oh, look how happy he is. Tony, how much? I can't. He wants a lot of money that I don't have. Tony, mate. Tony. I had my heart set on you, and you've broken my heart. Chris Brass. He wants $2,000 to be a scout. Can I show the players I've signed? We've not really signed anyone, Thomas. Transfer window doesn't open until February. Is that the Fulham? Is that Fulham's owner? I thought he had a different first name. He got released from Fulham on a free transfer. That's funny. I did think I recognised him. It was almost too random. Am I the only person who likes to sign like real people rather than like just a random like regens? Right, director of football. Come on, be reasonable. Be reasonable. Uncaged Ape, thank you so much for the 13 months. Let's hope that's not unlucky. Thank you, mate. Oh, it is the sun. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. So we've got scouts coming in. Head of youth development's been updated. They don't want us to have a head of director. They rejected the request for more coaches. I can't stress how important this is. Players will not reach their potential. Please. Please. Chat, do I click it? Do I get a confirmation after this? Is there a confirmation after this, or does it go straight through after this? Do I get a second? Do I get a chance to like say no after this click, right? Everyone's like, do it. Don't click it. Don't. If I click it, can we restart the stream? I just want to know if it'd work. If I click it, can we... It's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. I just want to know if it works. I'll back down. I'll back down. I did think there was a second bit there. Right, we're not having more coaches. I've learnt my lesson. I've learnt my lesson. I did think there was a confirmation there. I feel like a lot of you didn't know there was a confirmation there because you've never clicked that button before. Jack, do you see the news about NHL players being part of the shareholders of Plymouth Argyle? I didn't. Someone tweeted me about it, asking me about one of the players. Yeah. Hey, Spicy Online. Thank you for the 5 gifted. More Julian Brandts needed. Julian, I had a bunch twice by accident. Yeah. Also, 3-man Ben coming in with the Prime for 8 months. Ah, you beautiful people. Do you click it twice before? Yeah, my old mouse used to double click. Has anyone else ever had a double clicking mouse? It's really annoying. It used to impact videos and stuff. This new mouse that I got, which is the Logitech G Pro Wireless, not had that issue with. But the mouse before, I had double clicking issues on it, which was very annoying when trying to do player interactions and stuff. Okay, right. I'm really sorry, Dilya, but you're not a very good physio. So as much as I'd love to keep you around, I could ask for more physios. Did they grant the number of physio? I think they just granted the new number of physios. Dilya, you get to keep your job, Dilya. She's loving it. Vincente's joined as a scout. David Hunt's joined. You know what? I'm kind of glad that Dilya gets to keep her job. Thank you to the staff. We're going to replace the head physio with John. I'm just bringing in a load of English blokes. Okay, more physios now allowed. John's joined as a head physio. Staff. I could still just sack Dilya, chat. We could still just get rid of her. Basically, we've now got an extra physio spot. We've got a proper Brexit coaching setup going now, I feel like. Let's see what physios there are, because we can get a better physio in, and it's probably in our interest to have the best physios possible, isn't it? Luke Van Zugel. I think we looked at him before, didn't we? So I'd quite like to sign younger staff members because they do have the ability to improve. Why do they all want so much? I'm just clicking random ones until we get one that asks like this. This guy's from Norway. He's not even like all the English blokes we've signed. What song is this? Melancholy Hill. It's another Gorillaz song. Hi, Jack. I wanted to ask if you had your youth and tech this season or not. We have had it, Waldo. It wasn't very good. Did I offer that guy the under-19 physio job? That's awkward. Congratulations. You got a promotion. He's happy. Good spot, chat. That's why you guys are here. What if I try and sign a staff member that's a coach? Then maybe I'll have the ability to request more coaches again, and maybe they'll grant it through that method. Let's give it a go. Coach, defending technical. Elliot Dickman. Good, strong name, Dickman. Very strong name. Craig Fleming. Was he Wolves? Was Craig Fleming at one point Watford manager or Watford captain, was it? Who am I thinking of? Malky Mackay's who I'm thinking of. He was another Norwich centre-back around that era. Malky Mackay was a nutcase. Oh, he's actually asking for close to a reasonable amount. Let's see if this gets granted. How's it going today? It's going really good. Replace the director of football, Montgomery. Right, get rid of him. We're sorting out the stuff. It's that boring thing that we have to do. Do people enjoy this aspect of the game? Like, it's not terrible. But I just kind of feel like this aspect of the game is just min-maxing. Like, it's basically like playing with a tribute masking off and just searching for the best players. But it's with staff, so people seem to be okay with it. Chubsmeister, thank you for something for 6 months, and then just puts WTS not POG. I don't even know what that means. Radioped. Is that like a radio moped? I want to know what your username means. Mate, thank you so much for subbing, though. I appreciate you. Okay, let's try and get the coach to sign for us. And then see if we can request more coaches that way. I think we're not going to be able to start the coaching staff, but at least everything else I think is now just about done. Chimpanzee, strong username. Mate, thank you for subbing with the Prime. Good username. Damn, I was going to play some story-based games tonight, but now I'm going to play FM. Good choice. Wise choice. Oh, look at this. Look at this money. Happy days. Peter Ramage, they've blocked it because the coaching team is big enough. And they won't let me request. Okay, so the coaching staff we can't do a lot about, sadly. But, I mean, we've managed to improve everything else to about as good as it's going to get, I think. We're about to replace Dilya still, if I'm not mistaken. I could look at a new technical director. I never really use the recruitment analysis or loan manager. Does anyone use those? Right, we'll look for a technical director. The thing is, those are staff roles which are good when you delegate. If you just do everything yourself, you don't need them. How did the youth intake go? It was shit. That's my review. I believe you can request more coaches in the board request. Pupper, I don't know if you've arrived late or if you just weren't paying attention. You're about 10 minutes late here. I don't know if there'll be any international team scouting today. Mostly because I don't know if we need to sign anyone right now. If I sign anyone, I'm not going to be able to register them. I'd kind of rather wait till the summer. Until the transfer window, until the European registration window is about to open and then go mad with players then. Right. Dilya, I'm really, really sorry, but it's time to go. I feel bad replacing her, but we need better staff, and Magnus Mikkelsen here is a better staff member. What about FM23 expectations? Football Manager 2023 hasn't even been confirmed yet. Why are we assuming there's a Football Manager coming out this year? What if they do a Call of Duty and just don't release the game for a year? What will you do then, chat? It's very presumptuous that there'll be a game. Hey, Max Page. No big pre-season additions, really. We've been hoarding youngsters. I think Mangon Gassama is probably the best addition we've made. We've signed him for 67k, but he's not joining us for a few months. In FM23, if they fix the sizing of columns, that's all I want. I'll be happy. Will I be playing F1 Manager when it's out? I will be. Yeah, that's out soon, right? That's like out in... I think it's out in... Is it 21 days? Like if you pre-order? It's only like a few weeks away. That's going to be exciting. I'll probably do a big weekend of streaming that when it's out. Although I might do YouTube videos for it. I don't know what's going to be the better thing to do for it. Signing of the season was Victor Andre Hafthorson, who we sold. Is it bad that one of the players we sold got signing of the season? I don't know if I like that. Fram were the overachievers. We had top goal scorer, top assister, and top rating. And of course, we won the league. Happy days. Expectations for the year. Qualify for the Euro Cup freeze. The board want a top 3 finish. They want us to win the Icelandic Cup, and they don't care about the other stuff. A affiliation that we had that I've never used has also just been terminated. I don't know what that is. Nilsson Oscar, if you want to help set up the skin and stuff, mate, I can't really do it while I'm streaming. The best thing to do is go on the Discord server that we have linked below the stream and then ask in there. There's like a help channel if you need any help. Hi, Joe. What's the best way to find regens? Thanks. I honestly think just looking through national teams is probably the best way if you're only going to use one method. IMO, it's the best. I'm really annoyed by the sizing of these columns. I want to move the training rating in. Can we alter? Can I? Why am I touching this? As soon as you touch this kind of stuff, it just always breaks, doesn't it? I just want to move the training rating to the left. Oh, God. Is that okay? Why is the nationality, like, getting cut off, but the training... I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. It's too much effort. What date do I usually look for regens? I wouldn't really say there's a date, Route 1. It's just whenever I feel like it. We have sorted staff MD games. Code the kits for next season. I'm not going to bother installing them now, Jay. We're not going to... Just to, temper expectations here, chat. Very unlikely to play any matches in today's stream. I don't want to break hearts, but we're probably not going to be playing any matches today. What is this song? This is... I'm never going to be able to tell. It's by a band called Tribalistas, and it's Já Se Namora. I'm probably saying that horrifically. It was in FIFA 04. It's a banger. We need a planning stream anyway. Who are all these random youngsters? Who are all these guys? Oh, Juliusson already announced that he wants to leave at the end of his contract, so I actually need to sell him. Wrong Juliusson. Why are there so many Juliussons in our team? I hate the fact I've got to sell this guy, but he's just going to leave on a free, so... We might as well try and get some money for him. Right, let's sort by rating here, and then demote... Why is it randomly promoted, all the youngsters? Sense it makes none. I don't know why it's done that. Or keeps Svein Andre Johannesson around. Missing Park to Prem. There's a new series out. So I'd recommend watching that. If it's not tickling your pickle, Park to Prem will be back next year. Will I be playing Power Wash Sim today? Probably not. Probably not. How long do I think it'll take for player values to increase? I don't really know. I'd like to think the next few years we'll start to see it improve as players get paid a bit more. I feel like do I normally have values there? I should not have messed around with the columns, chat. I've made an error. Why did I start messing around with the column sizing? I'm an idiot sandwich. Hey Jack, hope you're doing well. I'm enjoying the Atalanta series. Hey, I'm happy to hear. I had a very weird comment on the Atalanta series. I'm going to find this comment because I thought this comment was bizarre. Hey, USA List, dude. Thank you for the 26 months. The new series tickles my pickle. I'm glad. I had someone leave a comment yesterday saying, chat, you can let me know that if you don't like a series, you know, like if you're not gelling with a team, I kind of get it. Like in the same way that I wouldn't do a save game with every single like team on the earth. I'm sure there's teams that people won't manage. But someone left the comment on episode 2 of Atalanta. Not into this series. Quite boring. I'm sure everyone has won Serie A with Atalanta. Now, chat, I would like to check. Has anyone here won... Well, no, not won Serie A with Atalanta besides me. Because according to this comment, everyone has won Serie A with Atalanta. So I'd just like to check. Has anyone here not won Serie A with Atalanta? Because apparently everyone's done it. Apparently everyone's done it according to this YouTube. I just want to check. Has anyone won it with Atalanta? I'm sure there's some people who have here. I'm sure we do have a few individuals who have done the save game. But at the same time, to be like, I'm sure everyone's done it. It's like, you're allowed to not like something, but then, come on, have a good reason. I just replied with, thank you for the feedback. I thought that was a nice, you know, reply to give. You know, I acknowledge your feedback. It's been read, and I've thrown it in a bin. I felt like saying you should do a series on it. All right, I need Bungard to get a new deal, don't I? But he's just an unhappy camper. That's something I would like to sort. No one wants Juliusson. Although people are weighing it up. Apparently Valor might have some interest. How about... I'm going to be reasonable here, because otherwise we're going to lose him on a free. 5k, and we get 50% of any profit. That's a good deal. Sorry, Jack. You're not the first person to stream FM. Unoriginal and boring. Try streaming a game that doesn't exist yet. I don't know how true that is. I think I was one of the first people streaming Football Manager on Twitch. I reckon I'm probably the person who's been streaming on Twitch for the longest. Certainly close to it. When did I start streaming Football Manager? I think it was FM13 I streamed on Twitch. We need to go back in time. There's part of me that kind of really wishes that the period of time where I was first playing Football Manager was more documented. Right, Bromma Poikner have made an offer. I'm going to accept it because it's our homies. But we'll let him have the choice of Valor or Bromma Poikner. Hey, Waldo, what player would you like me to check out, mate? Let me know. Also, can I say a thank you to everyone who's saying about it as being the best save game ever? I mean, I agree. It's the best rebuild ever. Oh, you want me to check your regen, BT Glenson? We were having a look at him, I think. Yes, I think I might have even scouted him yesterday. Apparently, I swear I scouted him. Did we scout? Apparently, my recruitment team have forgotten about him. Is he good, chat? I mean, he's got 19 determination. He's not yet played for Celtic, but he is the first choice goalkeeper in the under-21s. He's a good player. Will he ever play for Celtic, do we reckon? Or do you reckon he's going to end up coming back to Iceland? I might well need a new backup goalkeeper. He's valued at 350k to 1 million. What did you end up deciding to do with the homie Fellainius? He's not here. If that answers the question. Have I watched it in the Arsenal doc yet? I have not had a chance. I was saying it earlier. So last night, my insomnia kicked my butt. I've had insomnia and been prescribed sleeping pills and stuff years ago for it, and I was at university and stuff. And I've not had a bad night's sleep in a while until last night. I don't know if it's biological, because it wasn't like a psychological thing. It wasn't like I was up being anxious or stressed. Last night, chat, I went and laid in bed at 1 a.m. And at 4:30 a.m. I just got up having not slept at all. I lay down for 3.5 hours, decided I wasn't going to fall asleep, so then I just started being productive, and then I ended up going back to bed at 7 a.m. and waking up at 10 a.m. So today's been a bit of a write-off of a day. Like, I feel kind of... You know when you get to that sleep-deprived point where you almost feel a bit euphoric? I kind of feel like that now, but not, like, tired at the same time. It's very weird. Hey, Caffeine FC, thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate you. What time did I go to bed? I unplugged from all digital stuff shortly after midnight. And the day before, I'd slept from midnight till 7 a.m. Like, I'd had a normal night's sleep the night before. So it wasn't like my sleeping pattern was bad. Like, I couldn't get to sleep because I wasn't tired. It was not fun. Have I sold Malinowski yet? I don't want to give spoilers for tomorrow, but he might have turned down Wolves, and it really annoyed me. I definitely handled it maturely. Jack, do you think getting affiliates in other countries is good for a building nation since it makes your players from your country appear in their youth academy? I think the odds on it actually producing a useful player are pretty slim to none, to be honest. I'm enjoying the Atalanta save a turn. If you ever want someone to send you voice clips now to pronounce Italian team plus player names correctly, I'm happy to help out. That's the kind of thing that if people post on the Discord server, I do like make an effort to like listen to and kind of get them correctly. Someone did it for the Iceland save game, so that's how I know to say like Breidablik, for example, and like Valor, Vikinger, Stanjan. I feel like I still say them horrifically incorrectly, but I try. I want it known. It's weird, right? Because I've seen people comment, they're like, you're saying this name wrong. And it's just like, I'm just saying it the English way. Like, yes, I'm not saying it like a native speaker. But it's like saying Paris instead of Paris. Like, both are correct. In many cases. I know there are times where I am just saying it incorrectly, but sometimes people fail to understand how like that aspect of pronunciation works. Has the league officially reset here? Oh, it has. Oh, should we check the season preview? Should we give it a peek? We should be predicted to win the league this year, I feel like. After last year where we didn't lose a game, surely. Boom. Progress, ladies and gentlemen. Progress. Fjolnir first. Valor. Eat shit, Valor. Nakim's in there. Matthias is in there. Frosty, Arnstad, Moomin, The Lemon, Bungard, Almeida. Life's good. Heavy favourites. I mean, we should really be winning the league, I think, this year. Did Valor lose their really good centre-back? I feel like they had one centre-back who was particularly good. It was like, or is it just this guy and he's getting old? Oh, it's just this guy and he's getting old. He's very, very good, but at 34, he's probably not it. Still don't have the best left back. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to shout some illusions here. This best 11 isn't actually the best players. It's just not. So much of it is dependent on reputation and stuff. Like, there are players I'm looking at here thinking, you're not even the best player in that position in my team. It's like Perez, who they have at left back. He's not even really a left back, but they just shoehorn him in there. Like, he is a good player. But at the same time, it's like, he's not the best left back in the league. Have you ever done an MLS save? I have. If so, do they have all the random rules for transfers with Garber books? Like, yeah, they have like GAM and TAM, designated players, international player slots. All that stuff exists in MLS in the game. The AI sometimes struggles with it all, but it is all in there. Phil, 95321, mate, thank you so much for subbing for 3 months. I don't know why I read your phone number there. Not your phone number, your username, like I was reading a phone number out. So it's Phil, 95321. Call me. We were looking at a mentor at one point, weren't we? But he's just on too much money a week. What defines a player's reputation? Sometimes it's clubs that they've played for, salaries they're on, transfer fees that have been received for them, if they've played internationally. Lots of factors. Okay, staff is sorted, right, chat? We couldn't sort out the coaches, but I think we just have to hold off on that, sadly. But I think everything else is kind of as good as it's going to get. Jose Antonio is wanted by some pretty big-ish clubs. Didn't I talk about selling Jose Antonio last stream? I feel like we mentioned him and we're like, if we got £1 million, we'd take it. I like him, but with his inconsistency, and like with the queue of strikers that we've got, like, I don't feel like he's irreplaceable. Like, would you take the Lemon over him? I don't feel like the Lemon is a big enough downgrade that, like, I'd keep one over the other. We could just offer him out and set the price at £1 million and just see if anyone bids. He might complain about his asking price, but he's probably going to complain as soon as a team makes a bid. Oh, he wants way. I'm just going to piss him off here. It's fine. The advantage of having a 4-month off-season is he'll forget about it by the time we're playing football again. Should we see if anyone else has come through? San Felix. Catala was their key player before. Have they got anyone new? Doesn't look like they've got anyone new. It's like they had one generation of good players. This guy has the polygon of a striker, but he's a left back. I don't like it. So we've got all these kind of players joining us too. Okay, Juliusson has decided to go to Bromma Poikina. We only get £3,500 for him, but considering we signed him on a free and we get 50% of any future profits, like, it's not bad for a player who's going to leave us at the end of the year on a free anyway. Apparently I should reduce the Lemon's playing time. Oh, come on. Okay, managed to talk him down. That's good. I think we're starting to get to the point where players respect my authority. I sound like Cartman in South Park. They got to respect my authority. Please stop me. Right, Bungard still won't sign a new. He's still unhappy. We're going to be waiting a while, aren't we, for him to be happy, I feel like. The only issue with Bungard's current wages, well, it's not even an issue with his wages, with his current contract. It's a great long-term deal. It's a cheap long-term deal, but it is a part-time deal, so he's never going to develop. This guy, Umo, is really good. Like, if we just compare him with Frosty, look how good this guy is. He's running down his contract. He's actually interested in chatting now. How much does he want? He wants 2.4k. Oh, he is really good. Aha! He's really good. And because it doesn't really matter that he's Nigerian and like AFCON isn't a factor because we don't play during AFCON. 2k is a lot of money though. Right. Should we try the league thing that we're doing with Almeida's contract? After 30 league games, I'll pay you 30. He's going to get pissed off if I lock that in, isn't he? Should we say 3k? I'll give him some money up front. I feel like he's going to get pissed off here. I could up the appearance fee, although because we're now playing in Europe more, the appearance fee doesn't really work. We can use the wages after appearances. Let's just see if we're close. Oh, 2K. It's a lot of money. Did I offer him 2K before, chat? I think I did. Oh, come on. You know what? If I piss him off, we'll just trial him. We'll get him on trial. I mean, his contract... I don't really want to... They rejected the trial offer. I don't really want to pay more than £2,000 a week. So it's not really the end of the world, those negotiations breaking down, to be honest. He's good, but I don't think he's... I'd never feel like nuking the wage structure for a centre-back is a good idea in FM. He is very, very good. I mean, but when you compare him to Nakim, like, considering Nakim's on £700, is he a player who justifies being on 3 times more? I don't think so. As soon as you start offering one player £2,000 a week, you're going to get a long queue of players who want that much money. And it's not very fun to deal with. So a quick look through these players with contracts expiring. I feel like this team, Hargsund, produce really good players. He's good. Fairly professional personality, capped at under 19 level. Was I right in reading that they just got relegated? They did. Interesting. I can get him for 52k. Is he worth 52k? Just compare with Tarek. His physicals aren't as good. We've already got Mangon coming in as a right back, but I mean, this guy's 16, so he's like years his junior. He's valued at 18 mil he's 18 valued at 2 mil with under 6 months on his contract. That doesn't mean he's good though. That values are so rep dependent. A lot of that will just be because he's capped at Nigeria's youth team. Don't look at value as a signal of quality. That, I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be an indicator, but it's more so an indicator of reputation. Let's try and get him for less than the 52k and see what they say. Kind of want to make the bid and see. They've also got this guy, Jonas Orn. Has he got a release clause? 675. He's probably worth 675k. But I don't have 675k. Sad. But isn't resale good then? His reputation will probably drop when he joins us. So, not really. £800 is a lot for this guy. But he could be really good. I think we'll wait and see what the scouts say. I probably should have negotiated that down in hindsight. I wasn't really paying attention. Who else got relegated in Norway? Ranheim. Have they got anyone good? Relegation. Like, it's weird how much more money there is in Norway than, like, where we are. Like, you look at some of these player values and how much money they're on a week. It's just like a completely different ecosystem to what we are working with. Okay, Sigurd Steinson's leaving us. He's been unhappy for a while. We don't need him as a striker. Yeah, I agree, MK Gamma Ray. Like, when you have, like, the kind of seasons that we've got now, like, it makes signing loads of African players pretty enticing because you don't have to worry about AFCON. In fact, it can work as, like, a really good pre-season tournament for players to get fit. I don't mind having a quick look at the Norway youth setup. Is there anyone here who's particularly good with low values? Also, I heard a loud car outside. I was like, have I left my windows open? Is there anything worse, chat, than in winter when you leave your windows open and there's just loads and loads of, like, flies and stuff? Like moths that have just flown in. Makes me very, very angry with myself for leaving the windows open. San Marino's under-19s has a load of players. Are any of them any good? Probably not. Also, ignore the fact, Saj. Ignore the fact it's the Jersey flag. Remnants of an idea that never came to be. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Can't remember which way we were going through these teams. We're going downwards. I was looking at players who are valued cheaply here. We might be able to sign who might be good. Yeah, you can kind of see it, couldn't you, Dan, with the Norway squad, the value of Matthias versus all the other players in the Norway team. Like, his value, because he plays for us versus everyone else, is just so... The discrepancy is massive. Who's this guy? He's valued for... He's moving clubs. Fuck! Jack, why weren't you looking for regens months in advance, you idiot? You could have signed him... How should they sign him for? How mad am I about to be? Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, we missed one. Though I noticed that hot prospect wasn't that guy. That guy is really good. The fact they got him as a free transfer, that's why you hunt around, chat. Situation like that, who's just text me? Let's have a look. That's fine. Chat, remind me at the end of the stream I need to reply to AJ. That's your requirement today. You guys now work as my secretary. Ever since you guys reminded me I needed to pay Fletch, I now rely on you guys to actually do stuff. Who needs to set reminders in my phone when I've got Twitch chat? Who are all these guys valued for free? Andrew Tontley's bad. I'm in the under-19s now, I've just realised. Oh, chat, are we really about to go for all the national teams? Am I really about to do... Is that what we're doing today? He's not bad. It does look like there's a lot of these freebie players with caps. He's really good for the price and stuff. It's just quite therapeutic, isn't it? I wonder if I could set up filters in a way to just find all these players who are valued at nothing. Let's attempt to do it, because it would save some time. I need 45k in the scouting budget. So if we put this on Europe, and then we put it to international UFAPs at least uno. And then transfer, where's value? Transfer value is 0. And sort by world rep. Is this just all those players that we'll be looking at? I guess this is all the players who have made under 21 caps. It just means we're not going to get any of the players playing for the under 19s. Ed O'Brien. He's pretty good. Don't need strikers. He's not, like, compared to the other strikers we've got, he's not as good. I could just trial them all. Should we just scout them all? Some of them are just not going to be very good. Why did they make it so you can only scout 50 at a time? I miss the good old days where you could scout unlimited. Take me back. That's a lot more money than I wanted it to be. Maybe we'll just go through the national teams. Why did they change it? I miss the good old days. Take me back. It used to be like there wasn't a limit on how many players you could scout and stuff at once, and then one day they just randomly put it in. It made me sad. This works though, I guess. Thing is, I bet a load of the San Marie's players are going to accept the trials. I probably should have filtered them out in hindsight, because they're not going to be good enough for us. I expect a lot of the trialists to get turned down. You know what, chat? I think we probably were better off just going through the national teams. Aiden G, mate, thank you so much for subbing for 9 months, and thank you for not mentioning Twitch babies. I appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Age is at most 18. Contract status expired. Who's this bloke? Fantastic hair. There's a guy from Turkmenistan here. He's got 17 caps for Turkmenistan. Is anyone else excited? Just me? I don't know if I've ever... Is Turkmenistan a real place? I think I've been there on Google Earth, actually. Do we go through youth caps? There's another guy playing for this Norrköping team who I quite like the look of as a striker. Oh. Oh. Why does he... The thing is, he's probably worth those wages. I don't know if he's that good. I might cancel that. It's a lot of money, but he does look really good on the face of it. Are you a Blackhawks fan? What makes you think I'd be a Blackhawks fan? I can tell you now, I am not a Blackhawks fan. I'm worse than a Blackhawks fan in the eyes of most. This guy's really good too. I remember him coming up before, but couldn't approach to sign him. Why does he want the release clause? I should just get a load of strikers. We are Strikers FC. I know he's unambitious, but is he really good or is it just me? Like, those physicals are mad. I mean, the 17 in agility and balance, I'll be honest, for a centre-back, not the most useful. How much does he want? £400 a week. Hello, sailor. Are you taking the piss, mate? Didn't want him anyway. I didn't want him anyway. He's rubbish. He's just a physical merchant. He was crap, chat. Glad we didn't get him. I'm fine. I think we're probably better off going through national youth teams than doing this, to be honest. So this scouting package is going to just use up all our budget in a month. We'll add him to the players to track list. Did I make an offer for this guy? Oh, there was the release clause, wasn't there? Is this guy? This guy's very good, isn't he? He can go on the players to track list. He could be a really good addition for our team. Benas Vestartas. Good name. Strong name. International for Lithuania at 18. I don't know if I've ever had a Lithuanian player before. Daniel Owusu. He's not very pog. He's not very pog. He's not very pog. He's poggish. Kind of a solid 6 out of 10 on the pogometer, but not quite it. There's lots of Scottish players that apparently might be interested in a move, I've noticed. Let's have a look at the Scottish under-21s. Sort by values. Hopefully some of these players are players with contracts that are expiring that I can approach to sign. Just still, Rangers is regen goalkeeper. I don't think any of them are actually any good, sadly. He's on £10,000 a week. Probably should be more realistic. Lots of these trials got accepted, but a lot of them are players who play in San Marino, who I don't really want. Oh my god, there's so many emails! Just mash space. Do I ever search for attributes? I actively avoid it because I play with attribute maskings off. I realise I'm hitting spacebar here. I do actually have to deal with this. Loads of these guys are really, really bad. I should have filtered out the players from San Marino. I could still start rejecting the ones from clubs that I recognise as San Marino badges, but I've committed to it now. This is my life, chat. Some players aren't going to join us on trial here because we're going to go over the limit. I'd like to issue an apology to those players. Okay, Bungard apparently no longer wants to leave. Does that mean you want a new deal? Oh, Philip Bungard. You know what, mate? You know what? I think we're going to be able to make something work here, son. Don't be silly. Stop being silly. I said stop being silly. Thank you. £1,500 a week. It's a £500 wage rise. It's going to make him the joint highest earner in our team, but it's a 7-year contract. And he gets him on a full-time contract, which will help with any development that he might be able to do. Are any of these players that we trialled any good? Patrick and Joe. He was previously playing in France. He's not a striker, he's just a winger. He doesn't actually look that good. I think all of the players we've just trialled are rubbish, chat. Bad news. Well, we'll send them all home, right, lads? I know you've all just got off the bus. And it was, you know, we've given you all a chance to be reviewed, but it is now time to go home. Bye, lads. I should just mark all as red. Who's our best player? Who is our best player? Is it Almeida? Is it Frosty with all the improvement that he's been doing? Is it just Nakim? I'm actually not sure who our best players are. It's not like we have like one player who's like light years ahead of the rest of the squad. Which I guess is kind of just shown in the star ratings, right? It's kind of just a team full of players that do the... I don't want to say do the job. But like, you know, there's no one who's like way better than everyone else. What's this banger called? It's called Escapee by Architecture in Helsinki. Speaking of which, maybe it's a sign that we should go scout Finland. I know, we haven't updated Frosty's photo. We were discussing it last stream. I feel like maybe we just have to embrace the photo. Like, he's got international caps now. Vili Koski, who's released by AIK. He's not bad, but he's injury-prone and inconsistent. Nilo Sarikivi. Fun name to say. Sar. I just like rolling R's. I'm a child. Perkele satana vitu. Stop it, Jack. Nearly said Pasca. By the way, I am just cursing in Finnish. it's necessary when you're scouting through players to swear at them in their native language. It helps the better players appear. If you didn't know, that's a little hint I'll give you for free with regards to finding players in Football Manager. There's not really anyone who's available for mega cheap who's particularly good. Has the scout that I sent away yesterday found anything special? Should we have a look? Oh, chat, he's inconsistent and injury prone. 52k. Potential, though, is good. £800 a week, though. Cancel. It's too much. Should we see if the scout that I sent away yesterday has found anyone yet? Let's take a look. Assignments. He's found 3 players. He's found us Rasmus Hornby, who we definitely can't afford, but he looks okay. I mean, good to have on the radar. Jeppe Augustin. Or Augustsen. Again, looks good. Cannot afford. And then Kassem Awada. I'm have to fire the scout. Any released Icelandic players? Not that I'm aware of. I missed a hydrate. I'm a terrible streamer, bailed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll hydrate now in your honor. I'm a terrible streamer. Do any of these players have contracts expiring? Oh, his does expire in a few months. We'll add him to the players to track. This guy's contract also expires at the same club. And now Dom's redeemed a hydrate. I'll keep hydrating. In fact, no, it's Evan redeemed a hydrate. Don redeemed a check out a player. Don, who do you want me to check out? Reading's hard. Oh, this guy's good. This guy is good, but I cannot give him £2,500 a week. I can't do it. I can't do it. You want me to check the Italian setup for youngsters. Now, that's not the point in the redemption, Don. And I won't stand for this normally. But on this one occasion, I will look through the Italian youth teams for you. I fear that their players are just going on too much money for us to actually be able to afford any of them whatsoever. We literally cannot afford even the cheapest options here. Paolo Di Maio. Or Di Mio. I might be able... We'll get a scout report. I don't think I can afford any of them. I'm good, thank you, Watto. I am good. Very sleep deprived. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming, chat. I feel like I need to try and get to bed sooner tonight and really try and sleep. I'm very annoyed with myself that we didn't find this guy. There's all these players who play outside of Iceland, who are Icelandic, who could be fun. But I just can't afford any of them. It's not fair. I'm just sad. But at least Frosty's in the national team setup. This guy plays for CF Montreal. Didn't Montreal revert this badge? They changed their badge back after they changed it once. Yes, at the end of your stream you said the future is fuel here. You were so close to saying the future is fuel here. I feel like I've let a lot of people down. Andrew! Oh my God, he's been improving so much as well, and then he gets injured for 5 to 8 weeks. I feel like if we could get an affiliate in the A-League, that'd be so good just to loan all our players to in the winter. You know, we could just lend them to Australia for a few months. Mad development as well. That's such a shame. Andreza redeemed a hydrate. I'll get the water bottle off the floor just for you. I love water. I love water. Does anyone dislike water? 2 meter Peter chat. 2 meter Peter. He's still there. He still exists. There's lots of cons on 2 meter Peter. Probably could tell our staff to stop scouting him, I feel like. When I was a little kid, I say little kid, I mean like between the ages of like 3 and 5, like before I had to go to like primary school. I was never breastfed as a kid, but I refused to drink anything other than milk. And it just had to be milk from the supermarket. I was a really picky child. I hated fruit juice, hated water. I would only drink milk for like 2 years. Which personally, I feel like I should have stuck to my guns to. Imagine how annoying that would have been for my parents to deal with my entire life as a child. I would have hated to look after myself as a kid. Like if I was a parent of myself. Water is elite. I like eating ice. Is that weird? Probably a little bit. Bungard has signed a deal, everyone. He's now on a full-time contract. Round of applause. It's a 4-year deal, which makes him the highest earner, but with an optional 3-year extension. He's going to be training full-time. He hasn't been training with everyone else because he doesn't like to train because he's a part-timer. Used to take a glass of ice cubes to bed as a snack. It's great. Amen to that, brother. Amen. Jack, if you get a son whilst in Iceland, will you name him Jackson? No, I'll name him Spaceson. I imagine toddler Jack was chaos with legs. I think I probably was. Maybe this explains why I like yogurt so much, chat. Yogurts are my comfort food because as a child, milk was everything I would drink. Am I a pear or apple man? I do not see the enjoyment of either of those fruits, really. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go apple. But I can't say I love either. What's the best yogurt? Oh, strawberry, probably. Strawberry, raspberry, or cherry. I'm not picky. Brekke's going to cry here. I'm going to have to tell him. I've probably pissed him off, but I basically told him, you are a breakthrough prospect. Stop crying. Which I think that's fine. It's true. For to make an offer for Addons Asami. Or Osmani, even. Reading's hard. Jack, what's a good team to do in Turkey? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about Turkish football. Like I know that I look like I get the illusion that I know a lot of stuff. But coming and going, what's your favorite? What's your favorite team in Turkey to do? Like, I don't have a clue. I'll say Red Star. Red Star's the best team in Turkey. Red Star, they're not in Turkey, they're in Serbia, but they're great. Does anyone ever use the recruitment meetings? What's my coaching license? Good question, actually. I think we've probably not got anything good. Chat, we can approach to sign these guys. I want this guy so badly. I want him. I need him. I don't think you guys understand how much I want this child. Okay, that sounds really wrong, but you know what I mean. We've all played Football Manager. Let's not pretend. Oh, I shouldn't have locked that in. We'll unlock it in. We'll unlock it. Look. Oh, what have I done? What have I got myself? I've fucked it. I've actually absolutely fucked it. Oh, you can have a big... You're never going to play for Denmark. He will probably still accept this, but why have I put myself... If he turns this down, I have messed up monumentally. Please work. Chat, I've clicked and I can't look. No! Didn't want him anyway. I wanted this guy. This guy's their hot prospect. This guy's their hot prospect. He's better. He's better. Look at that. He only wants £400. He's just better. He's just the better option. Stop doing this. Stop ruining it for us, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. I think he's better. We'll offer this guy a trial. There's no shot they're going to accept a trial because it's the middle of their season. Oh, Jack, you are actually a cockwallop. What's a cockwallop? I don't know. I'm a cockwallop, though. Ah, you absolute c***s. They had an optional contract extension, so they just triggered it. Fuck you. Fuck you, AJF. C***s. Fucking w***s. Do they have one on... Oh, they have one on this guy anyway. It's bait, chat. It's bait. It's bait. We wouldn't have been able to get him anyway. We got trolled. So it doesn't even matter that our balls did up, because they would have just triggered the extension. Fuck you, AGF. Fuck you. I've not handled it very well. I'm angry. I know there's a winter break in Denmark, but they still would, because it's like a summer season, right? The contracts are expiring in 6 months. But it's very unlikely they offer accept trial offers during the season, even if it's a winter break. There must be something wrong with the audio. All I hear is beep, beep, beep. I think it's working just fine. Fuck. Who's this guy playing for AGF? I can't just approach to say him. He looks good too. Only AGF are just harbouring youngsters. Who's this guy? He plays at Liverpool. Tell from the collar. Great shirt. Great kit. I looked at this goalkeeper yesterday. I still quite like the look of him. Oh, I can't believe that I got excited about that guy and then he just has the contract thing anyway. This guy's good. Does he have a claw? He doesn't have the claws. Why do you think I have 4,000 fucking pounds? Sorry, I'm very beepy today. Why am I beeping the word beep? I'm very beepy today, chat. I can only apologise. Oh, get rid of the minimum release clause and we'll talk, because you're actually good. Ah, I just want to beep. It's making me feel better, the beeping. Like I feel less angry. He looks good, but he's just not. It's a trick. I'm very angry today, chat. I'm a very angry individual. I'm going to save the game just because that'll make me less angry. I mean, are any of these guys any good? I mean, this guy's good. He's Turkish. I don't know why I've said it like that. I thought he'd be tall because of his aerial, but he's not even that tall. I'm the same height as him. He's not even that big. Check the Greek. He looks meh. Beep the Space is probably a better name, innit? I should update my username. Umo, have you lowered your wage demands yet? He is really good. But he's not £2,000 good. I just need him to leave at the end of his contract and maybe his demands will lower. Why am I beeping so much today, chat? I'm just very angry. How can I apologise? He is pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Look at the positions he can play. Either-footed, professional personality, insane physicals. He'd be a fun player, but I'm not sure I need fun. Would a 5-foot player with 20 jumping reach be a 6-foot player with 15 jumping reach? I feel like they changed this at some point. I can't remember which way they changed it. I think it's a case of the jumping reach is just how high they get in the air, irrespective of height. Yeah. This attribute reflects the highest point a player can reach with his head, often influenced by a player's height. I have a sneaking suspicion like a 5-foot player with 20 jumping reach jumps... That wouldn't make sense, though, if they could jump as high as like a 6-foot player. Someone should test it. Make a team of 4-foot players who have 20 jumping reach and a team of 6-foot players who have the high jumping reach and see who wins the most headers. Zena, it was jumping reach over height. Oh, okay, so height doesn't matter. Viking offered me a job interview. No, thank you. Turn it down politely. Do I have a search of personalities? Not for me personally, Thomas. I feel like personalities aren't really that good. You can, like, mold players' personalities, right? Like, if you've got a player who has low determination, like, you have a squad full of determined players, like, you can influence that to go up. Like, within our team, like, the determination, especially of more influential players, is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, there's a few players who I'd like to have kind of higher determination, but on the whole, it's like not something to stress about too much. Bob Below Law. I never know how to say your name. We have this conversation every time. You've redeemed a checkout a player. Let's check out this guy. Have I been trolled? What nationality is this player that you've redeemed? It's just Bob Law, isn't it? Reading's hard. Yeah, players can have off-the-pitch incidents that, like, influence their determination and professionalism and stuff up and down. Bob, what nationality is this player you want me to find? Am I being trolled? Does that say something rude that I've not understood? Have I been trolled? I don't even know. Oh, Kusu. Did Kusu just get released? I feel like he wasn't a free agent yesterday. Oh, it's the 1st of January. Happy New Year! Etc. Oh, we Dutch. I'll give you a refund, mate. Or unless is there any mods around? Mods? USAless, are you able to issue a refund for Bob's request? Thank you, mate. Okay, Umo's available, chat. He's lowered his demands. I repeat, he has lowered his demands. They are reasonable requests. We're going to try and lowball him because I'm a scumbag. Come on, Umo. Be reasonable. Be reasonable. Why you like this, Umo? We'll just give him that. We'll just give him it. I've negotiated very hard there. What's the most frustrating thing? It's definitely the squad numbers. It's not the registration rules or the repetition of games. It's the squad numbers. The reputation of games really isn't that bad in Iceland. Like, there's only 22 games in a season. The seasons are fast. Is Kusu good? I feel like he's particularly good. I could be deluded. Like, if we compare him with Hawkeland, I think he's better. Yeah. I kind of like the look of Kusu. Have I seen the new All or Nothing? I haven't watched it yet. I got 2 minutes into one of the episodes today and then I just had loads of stuff come up. So I didn't even get a chance to hit play on it. Why do you want £4,000? I'm calm. What does it say for a team of player out of stock? It has a cooldown period on it. Because otherwise what happens is you get like 20 people redeem it at once and we just stop playing the game. And that's not very fun. This Russo guy just got released in Argentina. Wait. Have the South Americans released anyone good? Russo's there. People have already made bids. Sebastian Diaz, he's rubbish. I'm so sad. Julian Russo. Porto want him. There's no shot that we could get this guy, is there? There's no way. I'm not giving him a release clause like that. You can f*** off. So I'm very sweary today, everyone. I'd like to issue a public apology to absolutely f***ing no one. I'll do what I want. What am I doing? I'm a nutty geezer. The sleep deprivation really has hit me hard today, chat. I can only apologise. I thought he was really good and he's not really good and I feel tricked. I'm just enjoying pressing the button today. Why are you all bidding for... Oh, he's been bid on by Bayern Munich and Dortmund. If those teams want him, he must be good. Do I just try and get him to say the line? Do I just try and get him to say... I could offer him a stupid amount of money to just try and say the line. And then I know I've done everything I can to try and get him to sign. If he doesn't say the line, then it was just never going to happen. Say the line, but... Sell on fee percentage. I can't go more than that, I don't think. People are suggesting the relegation clause a 0 thing, right? I feel like that got changed a few years ago where that is no longer like a thing that is effective at all. Like, so for people who don't know what I'm talking about, it used to be a thing where you could just put active, like a relegation release clause in. But obviously if you're a top club, then that's never going to get triggered. But I feel like that got nerfed into the ground. Like, as a clause, it's just not worth doing anymore. Like, it makes such a negligible difference. Is this Enter Shikari? It is indeed. I don't want to give him a release clause. I don't want to sign a player as a record earner and then lose him on a release clause. Look at the list of teams who want him. Say the line. Please say the line. Do I start giving him goal bonuses? Tell you what, if you score a goal, 1,500 quid. He doesn't want to say the line, chat. He doesn't want to say that. Just say the line. 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 There's no way you were signing him here. Just say the line. People, I realize some people won't know what I mean when I just say the line over and over. I'm giving him far too much money at this point. He's probably going to accept that, and then I'm not going to want him for that amount. The line is, my client thinks that's a very acceptable offer. If an agent says that in negotiations, it doesn't matter what any other team offers that player, he will sign for you instantly. I could probably show you on one of these random players who I don't want to sign. So if you get this line here, my client thinks this is a very acceptable offer, I can cancel it in a second. Basically, the next time that you hit continue, the player wants to just sign for you instantly. So if you trigger that line, it helps. Well, it's basically, you think the Russian league will be removed from FM? I don't think it'll be removed from FM, no. Maybe it won't be playable, but I don't think they'll just pretend it doesn't exist. They'll just have all the same stuff that's currently in place, I imagine. All right, people are back in training. You don't think you're ever good enough to be a regular player? You know what? You're absolutely correct. Let's sell you. He can go for free. He's literally not worth us having around. So yeah, that line is really useful. Like, for example, with this guy we're looking at, right? I couldn't get him to say the line, sadly. But it would basically mean, even though Bayern Munich and Dortmund are interested, he would still sign for us if we could get that line said. But to be honest, the amount of money I'm throwing at him now just doesn't really make sense to throw at a player. Like, at all. Any new players with contracts expiring? I feel like we have to make the most of our scouting range whilst we have it. He's very good. Except he's inconsistent. Sad. Erasmus, who we pissed off before, I still kind of want. They're never going to accept a trial. They did accept a trial. Will he now be interested in talking to us? I really want to sign this guy, but he has a contract extension by club in 1 year, which they will trigger as soon as we make an offer. But I think if we get him to say the line, he will accept it before they can trigger that clause. I guess we're going to test the theory. I'll give you 2k. I can't give him 2k. That's far too much. If he says the line, does that prevent them from triggering the clause because he accepts it so quickly? Why does he only want a 3-year deal? I don't understand. Oh, sorry. Why does he only want a 1-year deal? That really makes, like, no sense whatsoever. Champions League. If we make the group stage, you get a massive bonus. Do we think that this is going to work? Has anyone ever had this situation before? It's like he's accepted this offer, right? But because in his contract he has this optional extension that they can just trigger, they will just instantly trigger this. But I think if we get him to say the line, I think that takes priority. I don't know why I think that. I don't know if that's because I've done it before, like years ago. I really want this guy. By the way, the guy that we're looking at is this guy. He's 18 years old. He's about to turn 19. He's a very, very good player. Really good mentals, really good technicals, 18 years old. Hey, King Egg, I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I feel like there's lots of people coming over from YouTube to Twitch lately. It's really, really cool to see. Just say the line. Maybe he'll just never say the line. I kind of want to just get him to say the line no matter what, even if it's an amount that I don't want to actually pay him. Because we're not going to be able to side him under any other circumstances anyway. I just want to see if it takes priority. Maybe I should lower his contract length by a year. Because he only wanted a 1-year deal anyway. Let's just go silly. I can't afford him. He doesn't want to say the line at all. I guess that's maybe a thing they changed or put in. Unless that line is close enough. That doesn't really make sense. You really want to see where Curtis Gaylor's career went? I can ruin it for you, King Egg. He did just retire. Sadly, with the lower league databases, a lot of players just retire like in their late 20s, early 30s. Would I sell myself Star Striker for 85 mil to a league rival? Depends on if I could sign like a replacement or if I already have a replacement in place. I think. I mean, do you need to sell him? Does that money allow you to improve your squad in other areas? That would probably be what it hinges on for me. We still could end up signing Umo. How much is left of the wage budget? Okay, we're still way under the wage. I forgot they added £10,000, didn't they, to the wage budget? Any tips to the Club World Cup final? Win it. I feel like if you got to the Club World Cup final, you must have a pretty good team. Oh, chat. Chat. I'm so sad. To be fair, I don't think there was any world where we could sign him from Dortmund for a price that we could afford. Sadly. I mean, before he got released, he wanted like £3,000. Oh, he might end up being really, really good. And it's going to suck. Oh, did anyone else spot that? Banas has now left the club that he was at. Can I get rid of the release clause? No, why have you got a release clause in? Let me remove the release clause. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm not in pain. Nah, not me. Never me. Who's this guy? Just gonna make an offer. Don't mind me. Oh, why do you want the release? What are you doing, son? Is this guy that good? Vernhoven. I feel like he's very good, but am I just misreading the situation? Like, is he giving me signs and I'm reading them wrong? No, he is just really, really good. The song playing right now is Inhaler by Foles. Chat, should I be signing this left-back bloke? He might not join us. Do I really want to make a left-back my highest earner? Or joint highest earner? It's nothing personal to left-backs out there. I'm just not sure left-back is the position to, you know, kind of balls up the wages on. Oh, okay. That Dutch guy was on like one of my lists of players to watch. The left back. That makes more sense. Who does he play for? This team. Have they got any other players? Did we sign the Mole from a random lower league Belgian club? Am I remembering that correctly, chat? Did we sign the Mole from a random? I feel like we signed the Mole as kind of a Belgian player like this. This guy's not bad. I mean, that's probably putting it lightly. He's a pretty sick regista. Technicals are lacking, but we could train him his first touch. He's lacking in a few areas. Oh, he wants to be a star player and he wants a release clause. Well, that deletes all hopes and dreams. Let's try trialing the Lithuanian bloke and see if we can get him to come to us and then from here get rid of the release clause. There's no point in signing him on a £100,000 release clause. It will just get triggered in like 6 months. Eggertson's unhappy. Why are you unhappy? You've literally not got a contract at the club. Just fuck off. Get rid of him. Read my highlighted. Jack, I think promising language course is good because you wanted it anyway. And it probably lower their demands a bit. I don't know if it does lower their demands that much. I feel like there's certain promises and bits that you can do that really don't make that bigger a difference. I feel like the relegation release clause one doesn't make a difference, really. Plus, language courses are expensive, like Duolingo. It's not cheap. This guy's really good. I wish I could sign him. Have we got players joining us? Oh, the guy we've got on trial just got injured. Maybe it's a good job we've not signed him. Hey, don't apologise for it, Pupper. It's all good. Aguayo, I feel like, could still be quite good when he eventually joins us. Is he getting any days towards being homegrown at club whilst he's on trial? Oh, he actually is. That's pretty funny. He's got no player history whatsoever. Should we have a look? Just see if there's any more Mexicans with no history. Just while we're here. You know, it worked well last time. Jacobo Fuentes. He's not that good. Costa Rica always has good regens. Always, he says, with confidence. Any good regens? Like this guy. Woo! He's good. Wait. Wait. Boy. Hold the phone. Hold the bloody phone. I can't. We'll improve the midfield. Oh. I've made loads of promises I can't. Oh, he locks in a release clause. Ah! Henry Hernandez. Great name. Strong name. I hate release clauses so much. They just made me sad. They've made a bid for Canada. How much would I sell Canada for? Sign him on a free. We've got better centre-backs coming through. They've offered a loan and then it goes up to 62k. How about I just give him you for 100k now? They've bid 6k now. Are you taking the piss? How about 60k now? And in 6 months you give me 5 million. I don't think that's going to work somehow. Put this to 40,000. They know how to negotiate. How about... I want 50% of any profit. That's quite a good deal, is it not? He's never played a senior game for us. He's 19. Like, he's not bad, but, like, we've got Tony. Actually, Tony should probably be in the senior team this year. Unless I loan him out again, but I don't think I'm going to loan Tony out. Right, Canada's good, don't get me wrong, but, like, we have Tony. We have better centre-backs already here. And yeah, we could even end up getting a good sell-on clause, like 50% of any profit. Like if it ends up being that he is quite good potential-wise, we still get money in. Why is Frosty throwing a fit? Frosty, what are you crying about? He's fallen out with me. He wants to join Midgeland. No, son. No. You think you want to join Midgeland? You don't. You got 3 years left. Well, no, 4 years left on your current contract, pretty much. You ain't going anywhere, sunshine. Who's this guy? Leonard Munst. Been released by Stuttgart. He's not bad. He's not amazing either, though, to be fair. I said, didn't I, like, not that long ago, I was like, we're not going to sign anyone in the winter. We'll save our money for the summer. I really like Kusu, by the way. Kusu is a great option if he stops asking for £4,000 a week. Like, if he asks for like 1,500, I'd probably sign him, no questions asked. But I cannot justify it on the current demands. Oh, this is that striker from before who looked good. He wanted £2,000 before. He still wants £2,000. You're having a giraffe, son. You are having a giraffe. I am not playing ball. Any young Sims who get homegrown, a lot of them already in the senior team who will get homegrown. Hod want Breke. They want Breke for free and they want me to pay some of his wages. Can someone explain to them how bids work? I think they're confused. But yeah, in terms of players already at the club, there's a lot who are already homegrown. Or will be homegrown, rather. I had a custom view, didn't I? It's this one here. So in terms of players who are already homegrown, it's all of these. But then in terms of players who are due to get homegrown, so in terms of centre mid, you've got Gianni will get homegrown at club. Moomin will get homegrown at club. Arnstad will. Horkeland will. It's actually crazy. We've got so many players who are going to get homegrown in the next few years. It's going to make our squad registration so much easier. And some of these really not very good players who are just around to hit quotas will be able to get moved on. They bid 50k for Frosty. No. Randers have bid. No. I really hope Matthias doesn't start crying. Matthias, mate, you've signed a 4-year deal. He started crying. Tony should get homegrown, I'm pretty sure. Was he not in that list? You're making me worried. He will get homegrown. We are good. Tony looks really solid. I probably need to give him more first-team football this year. Matthias. You're too important to this team. I'm not selling him. There's loads of players who I just cannot sell. I'd rather have them be here and be unhappy than leave. Man, that sounds like a really abusive relationship, doesn't it? Verhoeven wants to join us. Are we signing this guy? I'm going to be honest, left back wasn't top of my shopping list. But I do compare him to what we've already got. Like, you can see him here compared to Olaf. If we compare him to Fredriksson as well. I think we have to. He's a really big upgrade. He's got a few negatives, which is not so good, but he is also just a free transfer. We have to be a bit creative with squad registration for the first kind of 2 months of the season. You know how we were with Breke last year. Corby's trial expired. I just want to see If I do that, will they just trigger the extra year in his contract? The Lemon wants to discuss improved contracts. El Limon. He's only got 2 years left on his current deal. I can see how much it means. How much is he going to ask for? How much are you going to ask for? Go on, break my heart. Hurt me. He's not hurt me. That's actually a very reasonable request. Shout out to the Lemon for being reasonable. Hope he'll be okay with those two. Let's try and get 1 year in and see what he says. Oh, I love the Lemon. Love the Lemon. Finally a player who's reasonable in the negotiations. Canada turned down his move. Canada, you were meant to get us money. Let's just offer him out for the deal we accepted and see if anyone else bids. It's always fucking Canada, innit? Hey, Insanity. Stream's going good, thank you. Save's going good too. Several players think we should let Frosty leave the club. Funnily enough, it's all the players who are backup centre-backs who stand to gain from him leaving. One was happy, one wasn't. I love the Lemon. I am thinking, chat, I do need to wrap up the stream soonish. I've still not packed for going away for the weekend. Stop bidding. Oh, that is quite a lot of money for Matthias. How much is that? 215k. I want 1 mil. I'm never getting 1 mil, am I? I'm never getting a mil for him. I can try. How much would I take for Frosty? I just don't need to sell him. How much would I take? However much it takes for the board to sell him above my head. Remember Fior that we signed? This guy from Senegal? He just wasn't very good. We need to get rid of him. He was like one of the first players we agreed to sign. Now, people have made bids, but they're not quite the 100k I asked for. But to be honest, he's never going to play for our first team, so I'm just going to accept them all. Unless I can negotiate something here. I can't. We'll just let him go for peanuts. It's fine. I will message back AJ. Thank you, chat. Is anyone else like me where they leave packing to the last minute? Oh, the Lemon signs a new deal. We'll trigger the extension as well. 4-year contract for the Lemon. Up the bloody Lemon. Who's this guy? This guy looks really good. I say he looks really good. Is he really good? I don't know if really good might be a bit far. He's not bad. He's already got teams bidding on him. So I don't think he'd be a realistic signing, sadly. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. Where I'm off to, it's my granny's birthday, but there's this hotel that we're going to. There's a golf course there. And squash and tennis. So I'm just going for the ride. I'll probably just take a laptop with me and play Football Manager. You know, be really sociable. They've still not accepted Horby's contract. That's a good spot, actually. I wonder if that's because he's injured. That they don't want to extend it. There was another team who bidded for him, but I can't really bid more than what I've already offered him. Jose Antonio's out for a few weeks. I would actually sell Jose Antonio for $1 mil. Maybe even 500k. Ah, he rejected us to go to... He rejected us. I literally gave him £1,500 a week. Oh, okay. That was they've signed him for 1.9. Look at those release clauses. We wouldn't even get bids like that for players at our club. Oh, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get him. He would have been useful. Should we just get this guy from Norgeland instead? Oh, chat, this might be our achievement. This is my rebound. He's 16 from Norgeland. Look at those mentals. Ignore the technicals. He's 16. He'll learn them. And he wouldn't sign till the summer. Oh, this is perfect. What's the catch? There's got to be a catch. There's no way it's as simple as that, is it? Look at his value. This is my rebound. He's 16. Look, you're coming at a bad time. Is there more Danish players here? Oh, chat. Should we just sign loads of Danes? Frim, man. Great name. He's 16. Perfectionist person that I can't actually approach to sign him, so he's not as good as some of the others. Copenhagen. Who's your best player? He's quite good, isn't he? He is quite good. I can't sign him, sadly. I feel like something from value lowest to highest is like the best way, because obviously contracts influence player value. So if a player has a lower value, it could mean that their contract's got less time on it. Oh, if we get that guy from Copenhagen, from which guy was it that we just signed? It was from the other team, wasn't it? It was one team up. If we get Frederick Simonson, it's going to be good. Should we just look for all their key players? Midtjylland, who have you got? René Jacobsen. He's good, but I can't approach to sign him, sadly. Norgeland. Oh, that guy we're looking to sign from Norgeland is their kind of hot prospect. Are we the baddies just stealing their players? This guy's very good too. I know he's a winger, but we can train him, right? He doesn't want to join me. I want the guy from Norgeland, then we can call it a stream. Any chance we take loans this year? There isn't. People love loans because of Zealand. I think there's certain save games and certain scenarios where loans just aren't very good. And I think this is a great example of a save game where loans do not help us. Like, relying on players who aren't your own is so detrimental. Like, especially when you're a small club like ourselves, the way you're going to generate funds is by reselling on players. Like, the players that we've been able to sign for basically free transfers constantly here are worth so much more than loan players longer term. Matthias, why are you crying? If you hunt around enough, it's easy enough to find just kind of free players, I feel like. Hey, Eastone, thank you for subbing for 2 months. Really love your videos. Favourite personality on the internet? Oh, stop it, you. Yeah, and also because of the homegrown club, because of the homegrown quota, like, loans are really bad for that. Who just bid? They're bidding on Tony. I feel like Tony might be really good, chat. I feel like he's developed quite a lot in the time he's been at the club. I mean, you can see there. I think we might have to start giving him first team football. Hey, Roy, how's it going? I want this 16-year-old to sign us. If he signs us, that would be quite the achievement. To sign for us, and then I'm ready to go and pack my bags and go on holiday. Frederick Simonson, we probably should scout him. We probably should scout him. Okay, Fior's leaving us, happy days. Roy, thank you for subbing, mate. I appreciate you. I assume you didn't get sick after TwitchCon, Roy, because I got the Rona. I think I was the only person in my group that went, chat, who got it. Mad unfortunate, but it's the price you pay for socialising in 2022, sadly. I hope we get this 16-year-old. He'd be really, really good. I kind of want to look at Norgerland and see if they've got anyone else. Any of these any good? Doesn't look like it. Maybe we're just going to steal their one good player. Wouldn't feel guilty. Say hello to your new Road to Legends champ. Somehow managed to beat Tom whilst doing it. I mean, Tom's a free win. Tom FM, love Tom. But that man, not very good at draft mode. There, I've said it. Jackie, the jack of all trades. I'm the jack of no trades, master of some. But I am a master of contract negotiations. Frederick Simonson. Come on in. Get him in. Get him in. Can we buy... We can't buy him now. We have just stolen Norgerland's best young player. He is so good for our level. He already has, like, really good PPMs. Like, tries long-range passes, stops play, dictates tempo, plays 1-2s. He might be the Regista of the future. He might be the Regista of the future. He's really good. Physicals need work, but even if his physicals don't get better, like, he could still do a really good job for us being that ball carrier. If we compare him with Moomin, Moomin's going to be way better, but Moomin is also 3 years older, so... You can see the comparison there. Moomin's going to be a starter for us anyway this year. As the advanced playmaker over planner. How does he compare with Bungard? He's pretty similar, I feel like, polygon-wise, like in the shape to Bungard, but obviously he's a little way behind Bungard. I mean, you can see that, like, they're really not a million miles apart in certain elements. Like, I know here, right, like, his vision looks way worse, right? Actually, he's got slightly better passing. He's got the same vision. The only difference between the players is Bungard has 14 flare and Simonson has 6. And because that, obviously, the discrepancy of is 8 there, it creates this massive offset that makes him look way worse, where actually he's not. It's why actually comparing polygons is kind of a bad idea. You're way better off knowing what goes into the polygons when comparing players. Hey, Fixer, I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully, Simonson, like, his value is still good when he joins us, but I think we all know that he's going to sign for us and then it's going to be really bad. But a free transfer for £1,200 a week, that's why you don't need to loan players at this level. Like, if you just have a little hunt around, you will find some pretty good options. This guy's not a bad centre-back. He used to play for Bromma Poikner. I thought I recognised him. I feel like I need to chill on signing new players, though. Because we've got Mangon joining us, who's a new right-back. We've got Verhoeven, who's a new left-back. I would say, with all these new signings, lots of them are inconsistent. Which I don't love, but at the same time, I'm bringing in a lot of these players knowing that whilst they might help the first team, actually their real value is probably in resale value in the next few years. Like, that's going to be a big benefit to us longer term. It's amazing how many players come and cry to me about wanting to leave and I can just release them for £200. Right, I think we'll get to the 1st of February, and then, I don't know about anyone else, I quite like finishing FM sessions on, like, the start of a month. Is that a me thing? Am I weird? It's like my excuse to justify playing longer. Must get to the 1st of the month. No, we're not going to get to the 18th of the Feb today, Dan, I'm afraid to say. I was saying earlier, last night, chat, I slept for 3 hours. I've still got loads of stuff to sort before I go away tomorrow. So, sadly, I'm afraid to say, we're gonna end things here. We've got to the 1st. We're going to have a load of players joining us in February, so we're going to have lots of transfers to sort through on the 18th. That's going to be a busy day of attempting to fit all the players in the registration rules. I already know they don't fit, so expect to see players crying at the start of next week. Does it bother me that Mangon's got fickle personality? Not really. Personality doesn't really matter when players are as good as he is. Right, gang, we are going to wrap up the stream there. Where are we going to go today? Where shall we go and raid? Where do we go? Where do you come from? Where do you go? Cut Marjo, etc. You know what? You know what? We're going to go to a Wictive stream. Oh, they're playing music. I can't play that as loud. Chat, we're going to go raid Abby and show them some love. Yeah, I'll send birthday wishes just as a little reminder, chat. Not streaming tomorrow because it's my granny's birthday, so next stream will be next week. I think the network game might be next Monday. So we might not be back actually in Iceland. I totally forgot about this. We might not be back in Iceland until Tuesday. But I'll let you guys know when I get back on Sunday on Twitter what's going on. I will message AJ as well, chat. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate you guys all hanging out today. Apologies, it's not the longest stream in the world. Sorry, we're a little bit late. It's been a little bit hectic today, just sorting out loads and loads of stuff before I head off. But nevertheless, 2 videos on YouTube tomorrow, so look forward to those. And yeah, we're going to go show Abby a load of love. So I'll leave you guys. Enjoy the rest of the evenings. Have a load of fun. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the Premier League being back. And we'll chat all about it on Monday, I'm sure. I'll see you guys later.